My video just stopped for some reason, so I kind of cut down on the salty snacks. When I wasn't feeling well with the fever, all my body could even think about eating was soup. And the soup, I make some homemade soup, and that has a lot of sodium in it. So I've just been, basically my diet has been consisting of soup for the past 2 days. I incorporated some eggs until we ran out. I incorporated some eggs for high protein, and but I haven't been eating very much. But as I said, there's a lot of salt in there, so I've just been taking that as my salt intake. So maybe that's been working. Again, if you haven't seen my other videos, my clinic didn't tell me to do anything besides drink a lot of water. They really have not guided me through this process. This is all information that I found offline and through doing research and watching videos. So I'm just kind of passing it along, and maybe it'll work for you and maybe it won't. But as I said, so far it's working for me. High protein diet is apparently supposed to be very effective for preventing OHSS. So when you can, eat some protein. I haven't been able to eat a lot of meat or anything just because I have felt so bloated and full. So eggs were a really light, easy way to consume that. Whey protein without any of the additives to it, which you can add to things. I've heard that's also a very good method, so that's what I did. I've made, right before the Retrieval, I was making a lot. Oatmeal and putting whey protein on it. And I really couldn't taste it. I just didn't put sugar on it since there's a little bit of sugar in there of stevia. And it was fine. What else? Yeah. So at night, when my bloating gets really bad, I make some of the dandelion root tea. Sorry if I'm kind of scatterbrained all over the place. I'm uncomfortable. And I'm just trying to think of everything for you guys. At night, raise your feet, elevate your legs. When you're laying down or sitting on the couch, if you have an ottoman, put them on an ottoman. If you're in bed, put a pillow under your legs. Elevate your legs. It helps to get rid of the water. So I've been doing that, and I think it's helping. So, yeah, a lot of rest, a lot of Gatorade, a lot of water, some salt, elevate your feet, protein, and a little bit of light exercise, even if it's uncomfortable. I'm not doing yoga right now, as I said, that's too intense. But if you can walk a little bit or something. Even though it's been 5 days for me now, and I'm still in this much agony with it. When I talked to my nurse today, she said that it lasts a long time for people. So if you haven't gotten any of this information and you're in the same boat that I am in, or if it's later, was in, keep hanging in there. Apparently it can last a long time. I've read that a lot of women, it's about a week until they get back to normal, but maybe longer. I asked today how long she thought, and she said, well, if you get pregnant, it won't go away. And I was like, no, how long until things go back to normal? And she's like, well, your stomach will be distended during pregnancy. Like, really? You don't say. So, I got no answer on that. Just that, it can be a while. And actually, if everything is successful, hopefully everybody through this will make it to the transfer, and that, everybody will have a bunch of little babies everywhere. But if it is the case, this can last a bit longer. So, because of all the hormones and everything. So, I'm hoping that I do, so it might last a while. My gosh, my ear. I've been doing the estrogen patches and the progesterone injections, and I'm almost done with my steroid. Well, no, I'm not actually. Maybe almost done with my steroid. And I'm done with my antibiotics. And progesterone injections are usually not bad at all. My husband does a pretty good job with them. The other day, I definitely felt it though. My tip for progesterone injections, lay as flat as you can. And when you're laying down, lift your leg or bend your knee rather of the side that it's going to be on. So if it's, your left hip, bend your left knee. And that will relax the muscles in the area so you don't tighten up. But try to remain flat. If it goes in sideways, it's going to hurt. But when I do that and it's flat, I really don't feel it. So, and then you can use a heat pack afterward if it hurts. But I have been to disperse, but it really hasn't been hurting. I think that's it. Yeah, so this is Beth coming from the most uncomfortable place that I've ever been in my entire life. For constipation, I've been drinking some Metamucil every night, and that's actually been helping a little bit. And it's all natural, so I recommend that. That's okay to take. Yeah, I guess tomorrow, since it's transfer day, I will do an update afterwards and tell you guys how it went. Right now, since I didn't update after the news yesterday about how they're all doing, I guess I'll tell you that right now. Again, I apologize for being all sporadic. I hope you can follow somewhat with what I've been saying. We had 4 AA embryos. We had 4 AB embryos, and then we had, I don't even know how many. She said some miscellaneous ones that were still in the game. So that's the last time I talked to you guys. So now what we have is the 4 of the AA ones. They're all still doing great. They were 8-celled yesterday, which is exactly where they were supposed to be. Out of the ABs, I think we have 3. We have an 8-cell, a 7-cell, and a 6-cell. And since those all still progressed, they're all still in the running and they're keeping a close eye on them and everything. The other ones she didn't mention, so I'm guessing that they didn't progress any further. So I think out of the ones that have a positive grade that are looking good, I think that we have 7 right now. And thankfully all the AAs are still looking wonderful. She said they're very confident that they'll have 2 for tomorrow on the transfer. Yeah, she made me feel great about that. She's like, hopefully we'll have 2 on Saturday. I'm like, wait, so what? Out of 30 eggs, I might be able to do this. That is one thing. I lost a lot of eggs, and embryos. Some people only lose, you may be a person that only loses like 2, or only like 2 don't fertilize, or 4. But out of my 30, 24 were mature. So that was 6 that were already off the bat. And then 14 fertilized. So that's 10 that were already gone. So they can go down pretty quickly. I'm hoping that we have some to freeze. She said, obviously, we're not sure. We can't be sure if you're going to have any to freeze left over because we don't know how they're going to do between the 3 days and the 5 days when they turn into blastocysts. So I'm hoping that we have, honestly, I don't know. I'm hoping we have at least 2 for transfer, of course. But I'm hoping that we have a couple for freezing. That would be really, really great, even though my husband's motility went up 17% during the cycle. So, maybe next time we'd be able to do it naturally, which would be awesome. So that's kind of the hope in the back of our mind. But I'm hoping we have some to freeze. But mostly I'm just hoping that we have 2 to transfer, 2 perfect looking blastocysts. And then it's going to be the dreadful 2-week wait. So I think I'll update tomorrow on how it went. And then during the 2-week wait, I think I'll do, since there won't be much going on, I'll just kind of do an overview of how my IVF went and things that, I wish I knew, or tips and pointers, things like that. So now that my ramblings are done, if you're in pain after the egg retrieval, I'm there with you. You're not the only one. Just hang in there. All right? Have an excellent weekend since today is Friday. If you guys are going through this, baby dust to everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.